Being as though I'm old and I don't spend too much time playing around on the internet, I didn't know this was a thing. Apparently, it's been a thing for several years. Don't post Oprah memes if you are not black. White people are told that using interviewers' Meghan reaction clips for fun is digital blackface. Digital blackface has been around for years. That's what I'm referring to, and I'd never even heard of it until I saw this article. The Slow Factory Foundation recently issued a warning about digital blackface following Urkel and Prince Harry's interview with Oprah. Nonprofit defined digital blackface as an online phenomenon where white and non-black people share GIFs and photos of black people to express emotion. The organization stated that these memes perpetuate negative stereotypes about black people and are reminiscent of minstrel shows. Interesting how there would be a nonprofit who, I'm sure they do other things, but this is part of what they do. Idea of digital blackface has been around for years, but the term was popularized by writer Lauren Michael Jackson, we'll just call her that, in her 2017 Teen Vogue essay. The Slow Factory Foundation said people shouldn't be sharing Oprah reaction memes just because they are popular, prompting mixed reactions. Some praised the organization for educating others about digital blackface, while others felt it was going too far and is actually a form of black erasure. People spend time on the internet during their day talking about things like this. It's interesting. Doesn't this seem like a productive way to go about spending your day? Debating blackface digitally? That's interesting. I should have had my face makeup going for this video. Oprah gave us so many memes last night. Blue check mark. Twitter, don't spend much time there. I haven't gone on there in quite some time. This guy, Philip Lewis, I would say, what kind of individual spends a lot of time on Twitter anyway? If you're there just to shit post and do some things like that, which is often what I do, then fine. But if you're really taking Twitter seriously, if you've gone so far as to earn this, is that even earned? Is that something to be happy about? I don't know. Why would a grown man, seemingly a man, sit around and watch an Oprah interview with Urkel and the redheaded stepchild? Could we jump on a call to discuss? I don't know. What is she? Lily Danziger. Looks like she might be a white woman. Performing Blackness, be it IRL, in real life, hey, I got that one, or online, is not an acceptable form of expressing reaction or dissatisfaction, especially not in exchange for likes and tweets, the organization wrote in its post. And the reality is the organization wants to be the only one who does things to get likes, tweets, and convert that into money. How dare anyone else? Since the hashtag Urkel and redheaded stepchild interview on Oprah, we've been seeing a lot of digital blackface infractions, with a few of Oprah's reaction GIFs and images going viral. But that doesn't mean you should be using them, the nonprofit explained. They are infractions, and they're here to tell you what you can and can't do on the internet. The comments were limited, likely to weed out any racist messages, but thoughts on the post were incredibly mixed. Let's get the definition here. Digital blackface. An online phenomenon where white and non-black people share GIFs and photos of black folks to express emotion or reaction to anything happening on the internet. While seemingly harmless, and actually harmless, the problem with digital blackface that they're about to tell us is that it often reinforces negative stereotypes about black folks, such as they're aggressive, loud, sassy, and simply here for your consumption and entertainment. It is another way people try to co-opt black identity and culture without any of the day-to-day realities of being black. It's kind of funny whenever you see a black female, I should say not whenever, but oftentimes, when you see a black female in a show, the character is generally portrayed using a lot of those terms that they mention there. I don't often hear that actress, though, complaining about that as she's cashing her check. The term is continued. It was not long ago that white performers would paint their face black. Long time ago. Seemed like it was a long time ago, though, as a form of entertainment for the masses, often playing with the idea that black folks are primitive and violent, and hypersexualizing black women. The way that white and non-black folks engage in digital blackface feels too reminiscent of these old shows. Makes you wonder if any of these individuals were actually alive when these types of shows were going on, these minstrel shows, or when there were movies where people were legitimately using blackface. We're not talking about using it in the form of humor, which I have been known to do and will continue to do. But when actors, Hollywood, whatever, were legitimately, if they were, I'm not up on my minstrel or blackface history, but if individuals were legitimately trying to dehumanize black folks in a way, how long ago was that? How long ago was that a thing? I don't know. As I said, I'm not up on my history. I don't know when it was last seriously used. Tropical Thunder, obviously jokingly used, but it's what I've talked about many times in my video, and my point of all of this is always this. These individuals who try to come up with these things, they're weak. These are the pathetic losers of society who try to go as far back into the past as they can, and they have to go really far back into the past to find these things. But they have to go deep into the past to channel this pain that others have felt, to channel ways in which people were treated unfairly in the past in our country. And there is obviously a lot of that happened. It's a really long time ago. But these individuals alive today don't see any part of that. They don't know what that's about. They read about it in a book. You have athletes, celebrities, corporations, people in charge of things trying to channel this energy as if they actually lived through the thing. I bet you if you sat down with them, that you could get them to break down into tears when they start talking about what happened to somebody 50 years ago, 100, 150 years ago, like that pain was their own. It's amazing how they're able to channel someone else's pain from a long time ago, something they didn't experience, into cash money today. It's almost like it's all about cash money and setting up a nonprofit that definitely takes in a lot of money. This is Digital Blackface. Do not do this. At username, look, he's the whiteiest of the whiteiest whitey. Blonde hair too. A reaction I'm having. Is this real? Who got the at username? That's got to be fake, right? Come on, that's fake. This is Digital Blackface. Do not do this. A brown thumbs up there, again by Whitey McWhiteface. Here you see some people that are for and against. I'll zoom in on this if you want to pause it and read it. A lot of people are raising their hands, clapping their hands, putting a thumbs up. This one, I can't tell what the individual is, but I see a white looking thumb. Right? Kind of looks like my thumb, right? Call it white. We know it's not really the color white. Look at these hands. Again, we don't know the color of the individual. Those hands look awfully familiar. Yellow? Yellow hands. I wonder what group of people they have historically attributed that color to. I wonder how those individuals would feel about, again, something a long time ago being attributed to them. But those yellow hands being raised by individuals who long ago were said to be yellow? I wonder if we need to have these hands, this thumb. Gotta make sure to match this up every time. Check this out, skin tone wise. Thanks for sharing something. Always bothered me about this, but didn't know how to express it, somebody says. Shoshanarma says, and the Slow Factory here says, of course, literacy is key, and we are at your service. Isn't it so great that we have these organizations in society that tell us what to think and how to think, and that we have tech platforms as well that tell us what we can and can't say on the internet? Isn't that just great? Aren't you glad that we live in a society where you don't have to think for yourself, that they've got you? They'll cover it for you. They can think for you. Which Oprah are you this morning? I think I'm the third Oprah. That's Reagan Gomez. Hold on, let me get closer. Reagan Gomez, she looks like, I don't know, with a last name like Gomez, I don't know, they might call her out. She looks like she has some tint to that skin, but not quite as dark as Oprah. I wonder if there are layers to this. You know, doesn't Oprah's hand look almost like mine? Is Oprah racially appropriating the hand? I mean, the hand's not exactly as dark as the skin. I mean, we need to perhaps get a hashtag going or tell Oprah that she can't show the inside of her palm anymore if it's not dark enough. I mean, I don't know. Me looking at the world every day. Says someone here, your voting rights vanished. Thank the GOP. His character here, not dark enough. Interesting if they would have called this guy out on canceled for having a white avatar when he's over here saying voting rights are vanishing thanks to the GOP. Be funny if they called him out for this though. Sorry, your avatar's too white. You can't use this. Oh, well, I'm actually of Hispanic origin. Not dark enough. Canceled. And this was one I thought was funny. Then we'll get to some comments. Comments were kind of boring though. A doctor here. Dr. Lucy Pocock says, get vaccinated. Save lives? Why is that needle dripping blood? I'm seeing a lot of Oprah memes and just wanted to share my recent learning experience about digital blackface. Did she use a black meme to share her experience about digital blackface? Is she being serious? Is she being a troll? If she's a doctor, why is she playing on Twitter? Come on. Eugene Steenkamp says the world has gone mad. So what do we call all the other faces of all colors that are used in memes and GIFs all over social media? Stop the bull. Woke Muppets. Go F yourselves, you idiotic fools. I think you get where this is going. These so-called foundations are basically just race baiters with a platform. It's called humor. They use it as well. In the words of Oprah, what? Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to quote Oprah? Maybe that's the next thing. Or maybe they're past that already. Digital blackface. They're so far beyond me that they don't even... Okay, I got it. Okay. I know. I just quoted Oprah. I always think it's funny when you have individuals, a lot of conservatives get this, but white people in general, during Black History Month, they like to trot out the old Malcolm X quote, one or two from the old Google list. Democrats do this as well, white liberals especially do this, but they trot out that Malcolm X quote. And of course, there are some individuals who say, no, he's our guy. He's black. If you're not, then you can't even quote the guy. Cracks me up. Race baiters, grifters, racists, discrimination, all of that stuff. You have these organizations, and I call it kind of a racist monoculture, if you will. Think of something like the NBA and the NFL. You have these individuals who, by and large, are of the same color, same political ideology, same kind of mindset. And I'm not talking about black folk in general, I'm talking about within these organizations. And you can probably name other examples. NAACP, individuals in that realm, anybody who deals with people like Al Sharpton, any organizations like this, it's almost like they want to go back to the 50s. It's almost like, in spite of all the work that's been done to break down racial barriers, to get us to this place where everybody can cohabitate, coexist, get along, it's almost as if there's some reason why they want to go back to segregation. It's almost as if they don't like other races other than their own. I wonder what that word is for that. If they prefer their own race only, and they think all the others are bad. Why would anyone want to live like that? I love living in a world where we all can associate with whomever we want. The pull and that struggle against groups like this is really real. The struggle is real, y'all. Uh-oh, did I just appropriate something there? The struggle against groups like this trying to segregate themselves and segregating a certain amount of the population. I'd bet if you went to their page, you'd see most type people, again, this mindset, probably of the same skin tone as well, saying, yeah, this is BS, and they're always complaining about everything, pushing further and further away from the rest of society. Pretty dangerous. Who would want to live in that world? Why would they want to go back and live in the 50s? I don't know. Do they? Do they really feel that way? Is it about money? I don't know. What do you think about this stuff? I think it's pretty crazy. I enjoy how far we've come with civil rights and integration and myself being able to associate with whomever I choose in life. So thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Have a good weekend.